Hello everyone and welcome into yet another live stream. Alright. First of all, it's 193, not 192. There we go. And let me just post it on the checkups on Discord at streams at MKT charity streams. There we go. And I suppose we can start. How's the audio? With music. I should probably check with music. Because music is always either okay, that doesn't help one bit. Okay, I feel like it should be a bit louder. Okay, yeah, I feel like that's good enough. Probably there will be some easier way to check, but oh well. So here's the thing. Cytostream is a very fun pun. Not really a pun, it's just a name, more of a name. And here's the thing. Oh boy. This cyto is a cell, meaning cell. That's what it is. Alright. Let's go for it. Let's go down. And over here we should have med dots, live text, anatomy and physiology boundless. Exactly the one we're looking for. And now we can take this, put this to the side, put this to the other side. And organization at the cell level. Yes. There we go. Yeah, I still haven't done that, have I? I have not. Alright, cool. To be fair, we're in the less unpleasant part of the unpleasant bit, because we already went with nucleus, which means we're on organelles, which is nice. That is good. I like that. There's 6 subchapters, all of them are survivable, all of them are decent. We don't have to worry about more isotonic substance. There was like 8 different chapters just for the fusion. That's it. That was horrible. Alright. Oh well. Plasma membrane and cytoplasm, we also went through that, actually. Well, all of the things we did were about plasma membrane and cytoplasm, that's fair. The endoplasmic reticulum, which is funny because I still remember how when Ali asked about the ER and I had no idea what it was, but now we'll know, because this is the endoplasmic reticulum. So, key terms: lumen, the cavity or channel within tube or tubular organ, rectum and network. Have I not already? I already started on this. Okay, that's good. So, we have the rough and we have the smooth. All of them are responsible for 2 different things. Let's first add these functions here so that it would be easier to read that way. Is the chat walking? Now it is. No one's saying anything, but it wasn't walking for me. Okay, there we go. That's it. So, we have the rough modification protein, which will go in the recycling to make the 7 out. These 2 functions are performed in different areas of the ER, like the rough ER and smooth ER. But which one is which? I do believe that could be quite important. Some name because the ribosomes attached to the cytoplasmic surface give it a standard appearance when viewed through an electron microscope. Ribosomes transfer their newly synthesized proteins into lumen of the rear where they undergo structural modifications. Alright, so rough is structural modifications to the proteins. So responsible for the modification of proteins such as folding or acquisition of side chains. That could be important, actually. So, for example, folding or acquisition. I would not be able to spell that. I am offside chains. Cool. I'm trying to medicine. I can spell acquisition. These modified proteins will be incorporated into cellular membranes, the membranes of the ER or those of other organelles, or secreted from cells, such as protein hormones and enzymes. The urea also makes phospholipids or fossil membranes. Okay. Also responsible for making. It's very tempting with making phospholipids for cellular membranes. If the phospholipids or modified proteins are not destined to stay in the rear, they will. Am I saying that correctly then? RER, I suppose. Rough endoplastic. No, rear. Rear is good enough. Are not destined to stay in the rear, they will reach their destinations via transport vessels that bud from the rear's membrane. The rear is engaged in modifying proteins, such as enzymes, for example, that will be secreted from the cell. The rear is abundant in cells that secrete proteins. This is the case of cells of liver, for example. So over here I'm just writing down goals, actually. Oh wait, that's it when it goes to the endoplasmic reticulum, so modification of proteins or synthesis of lipids. Responsible for the synthesis. Okay, we can actually speed on to cells today. I like that. Smooth endoplastic reticulum, smooth, is continuous with the rear, but has few or no ribosomes on the endoplastic surface. Pretend we already have covered that over here, right? No, we have not. Okay, so I should probably mention the structure then. At least mention it. I love how someone joined the stream and then realized what I'm doing and then just left. I don't blame ya. We're talking about the rough and smooth endoplastic reticulum. Plasmic, not plastic. It's not made of plastic. It's rough endoplasmic reticulum. Damn it, what's wrong with me? Just read the goddamn text, make it. It's right there. Rough endoplasmic reticulum. Third time the charm, alright. So the structure. Structural modifications. Forming acquisition of side chain. Yeah, let's give yourself. If the phospholipids or modified proteins are not destined to stay in the rear, they will reach their destinations via transport vessels bed from the rear's membrane. It is named rough due to ribosomes attached to its plasmic. Funny, cyto, that's cell, that's why it's named. You get it. Surface. Give it a started appearance. Or a rough appearance. That's very rough. Smoothia. Responsible synthesis of lipids. The plasmic surface functions of SIR include synthesis of carbohydrates, lipids, and steroid hormones. So of lipids, carbohydrates, and steroid hormones. Detoxification of medications and poisons. Oh my goodness, there's a lot more. Detoxification of medications and poisons. Also responsible for. And then there's even more. And storage of calcium ions. In muscle has a specialized set called sarcoplasmic reticulum. One day I'll learn how to read that correctly. It's responsible for storage of calcium ions that are needed to trigger coordinated construction of the muscle cells. Reasonable. Completely reasonable. Used for Cool. Golgi apparatus. Now when Ali asks me what the ER stands for, I found be able to answer. Apparatus. We have already mentioned vesicles can bath from the ER and transport their contents elsewhere. I don't cover the thing. But where do the vesicles go? Before reaching the final destination. Okay, so this is like this circuitry system, right? For the cell. Reaching the final destination, lipids or proteins within the transport the vesicles. I should also check how to pronounce that. Still need to be sorted, packaged, and tagged so that they wind up in the right place. Sorting, tagging, and packaging and distribution of lipids and proteins takes place in the Golgi apparatus, also called the Golgi body, a series of flattened membranes. You know what? Wikimedia. Let's add some graphics to the mix. It looks very bland. Picture of the day. You know what? Let's throw in the picture of the day too. Endoplasmic reticulum. Oh, that is such a good one. My goodness gracious. That is so well made. And there's even that's even a part of a cell. That is from a cell mod. That is ridiculous. Wait, is there like a source for this? Library of Medical and Scientific Illustrations. Hold on now. That's not free, is it? Site security. Oh, so it only can go in if you're. Wait. Is it going to be licensed and distributed by a web smartphone tablet app platform? The company launched search engine in conjunction with the web browser extension for more information about it. Okay, so it's not quite what I thought it was. I thought that doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Free may be used for any purpose if you wish. No need permissions for licensing. Yeah, but what is the line? Share remix. That's the only two things that we need. That is such a good one though. It hurts me that I wouldn't. Wait, shouldn't have been author. Yes. Ink is authorized license there. Is there like a list of what they uploaded? I really like that. I know that all the good ones cost $200. That breaks my heart. Extreme Go Pack. I'd rather not show that live on the stream. Not quite what I need. My goodness gracious. Rigged and animated. I know these do look ridiculous, but they're expensive. Oh, I can't have one table stand. Tablet stand does, yeah. All of these look so I mean, they don't look expensive, they are expensive. In $7.93, yes. In a week, I'm $1,900 to charity. That's going cripple me financially, and you think that these was 200 by themselves. It's not showing only. It's not showing only free ones, which I still have no idea how this works. Is it prioritizing free ones or that is really one way though. 200. That's a lot. That's a lot. This is like 4 days of work on this. That's what it is. Like 4 days of work. No, only focused on this model. So, considering that around, I don't know, 30 people buy that, that's what, 6,000 for 4 days? Ridiculous. Maybe I should make one myself. Maybe I should leave this without any... It's tempting, it's a tempting idea. I could just do a stream at some point where I would just make a cell. I mean, not the worst of ideas, certainly. Screw it, we're leaving it without any... We're leaving it graphicless. In the future, we'll just make them graphics. Golgi apparatus. So... Golgi? I don't know. I've already mentioned that, yes, we went through that. So... Sorting and packaging I suppose should be in quotes, right? Because it's not literally sorting and packaging. As I think that I think it's not literally sorting and packaging. Maybe it is, for all I know. Sorting. Nah, they didn't use quotes, and I trust Libotex with my life. Something in packaging. Product that's traveling. I misspelled of all the words right here. I misspelled traveling. The thing is, okay, so it is divided into the receiving and the opposite. The receiving, which is this face, and the opposite, which is transformer's face. The transport vesicles are formed from the ER, the endoplasmic reticulum, which, as I mentioned already, I'll never forget once I learned that. But if I'm asked the question directly, I will never forget the answer. If I don't know the answer, if I then only find out, I will never get it. That's just my thing. Histology, I still remember that from the first medicine stream. It is divided into two parts called phases. The cis phase and the trans phase, which would be the from transport, I'm guessing. The transport vehicles that formed from ER travel to cis phase. I think I'm an idiot. I mean, I know I'm an idiot. I think I'm an idiot in this case. Because I don't think I mentioned a single thing about this right here, right? Did I? Hollow portion of the universe is called lumen or space. The travel, jetting your eyes. Take. I'm sorry, there is a rule. I cannot listen to this. I cannot listen to Back One Day. It's not Genesis, by the way. That was Back One Day. This is a difference. One of them has text, the other one doesn't. modified proteins unknown doesn't stay. If there's a so I just add it over here for the... It's for the rear. Okay. If the phospholipids are modified, I'm just basing it, aren't I? Proteins, yeah, I am. Are not destined to stay in the rear, they will reach their destinations via transport escorts. Alright, and this is important because for this, it's connected. There are vehicles that form from the ER travel to cis phase. This is where that formed from the ER travel to, from the entire plasmic reticulum. It's like spelled from Harry Potter. Thus, the proteins and lipids travel they undergo further modifications, allowing them to be sorted. The sugar modification is the addition of short chains and sugar molecules. Lumen. That was in the previous one. That was I am certain that over here there was a definition of lumen. Cavity or channel into vertebral organ. So okay. A cavity fused with and empty your contents into the cavity of the Golgi apparatus. Okay. Maybe you should do different parts called the cis phase and the trans phase. The vesicles. I have no idea. From the endoplasmic reticulum travel to the cis phase, where they empty their contents into the lumen cavity of the Golgi capsule. Alright, travel Golgi, they undergo for the modifications which will be sorted. I don't want to copy paste the entire book, but I'm kind of scared to change up these sentences. They have a lot of accuracy to them, and I know that if I change them, the accuracy will drop, so I shouldn't. The addition of short chains of sugar molecules, these newly modified proteins and lipids are tagged with phosphate groups or the small molecules that they can be routed to their proper destinations. Very cool. Apparatus. They after which they are modified most often by adding short chains of sugar molecules. Writing it in your own words is very helpful making notes because it forces you to understand. It forces you. If you want to change up the structure of the sentence, you have to know the meaning of the sentence. So I would really recommend, if you're making notes, this is one thing. This thing is one large note for me that yeah. Newly modified proteins, sugar molecules, modified proteins and lipids are then tagged with phosphate groups or the small molecules, but they can be routed to proper destinations. Modified and tagged with phosphate groups or other small molecules, but they cannot be routed to the proper destinations. Okay, so that's the Goga is the sorting machine. Cool. Finally, modified and tagged proteins are packaged into security vehicles. Yes, make it vehicles. That bud from the transphase of the Goga. While some of these thingies deposit their contents into other parts of the cell where they will be used. All security thingamajigs fuse with the plasma membrane and release the contents outside the cell. Wait, but are they like supposed to fuse with the plasma membrane? Doesn't it seem a bit wasteful? You just spend so much energy making this thing, sorting this thing, marking this thing, or sorry, tagging this thing, and just throwing it out. Unless that is a purpose, but why? Some of so another example of forming functions, cells that engage in gradient of secondary activities such as cells of ligands that secrete digestive enzymes or cells of the immune system secreting antibodies have an abundance of Golgi. In plant cells, the Golgi apparatus has the additional of synthesizing polysaccharides, some of which are in the cell. Alright. Okay, that just sorting machine. Enzyme, a protein that catalyzes a biological chemical reaction. I'm guessing from some catalyst, which I would say speed up. I'm decently certain. Lysosome, an organelle found in all types of animal cells, which contain a large range of digestive enzymes capable of splitting most biological molecules. A lysosome has three main functions. Wait, this is about lysosomes, right? Is it? Okay. Right, just none of the other organelles have it. Lysosomes. Similar repairs responsible. Lysosomes have three main functions. Which is breakdown / digestion of macromolecules. Which looks weird. There we go. Macromolecules and cell membrane repairs, responses against foreign substances. That's some very varied functions. Like very, very varied functions. When food is eaten, absorbed by the cell, the lysosome releases its enzymes to break down complex molecules. Why am I saying molecules? Molecules, including sugars and proteins into usable energy needed by the cell to survive. If no food is provided, the lysosome enzymes digest other organelles within the cell to obtain necessary nutrients. That's neat. So, if a cell is starving, it's not starving because it's eating itself. good weight loss strategy. That wasn't even funny. Alright, so eating all absorber cell. You learn something new every day. Breaking down food by releasing enzymes in order to break by releasing enzymes into complex molecules. Hi there, hi Ali. You're not too late. I mean, not late. What's that? Half an hour ago. I didn't say it late. And also, well, I'm still doing organelles, so you know, not that interesting. But pretty interesting. I finally know what the endoplasmic reticulum is. I'll never forget that name. It's like histology. It's just stuck in my head. In addition, but this is so varied. The role of the lysosomes, it's just they do so much. You have the Golgi, which is responsible only for sorting. Which ones have you learned? The Golgi, the endoplasmic reticulum, the nucleus. That's it. Now I'm right on lysosomes. The nucleus wasn't the last one, to be fair. As the just ordinary recycling facility of animal cells, lysosomes are considered to be parts of endomembrane system. Also use their hydrolytic enzymes to destroy pathogens, disease-causing organisms that might enter the cell. A good example of this occurs in the group of white blood cells called macrophages, which are part of your body's immune system. In a process known as phagocytosis or endocytosis, a section of plasma membrane endocytosis. A section of plasma membrane of the macrophage invaginates, folds in, and engulfs the pathogen. The invaginated section of the pathogen inside then pinches itself. Yeah, okay. Phagocytosis. I am endocytosis journalist enjoyer. I myself am a fan of the wait, where am I? That's where I am. Okay, the receptor-based one. It's precise. You want is the main takeaways you want is lysosomes and fuck it, I haven't even gotten that far. Well, I mean, I can tell that lysosomes are important because they do everything. They digest, they repair the cell membrane, and they protect. Nitrogen digest foreign substance that might harm the cell. I'm guessing that's this one, right? They digest foreign substances. I'm guessing that's why they kind of respond. That might harm the cell. It's composed of lipids, which make up the membrane, and proteins, which make up the enzymes within the membrane. Usually between 0.1 to 1.2 micrometers. That's large. But the size varies at the center. The general structure of a lysosome consists of a collection of enzymes surrounded by a single layer membrane. Break down enzymes, that's the main function. They can repair and protect by doing that, but they break things down. Okay, so it's just they are responsible for breaking stuff down, but the things that allow them that also allow them to. Got it. Understood. Structure of plasm consists of a collection of enzymes surrounded by single membrane is crucial aspect of structure because without the enzyme within the lysosome that are used to break down for a substance would leak out and digest the entire cell, causing it to die. Yeah, okay, understood. Second one, animal cells, because when animal cells take and absorb food, they need enzymes. Yeah, I guess that it's pretty logical that cells like digesting something after they eat it. It makes sense. We'll break it down with yeah, same thing, same difference. I'm guessing if they actually eat something, they would like to eat it, so it makes sense why that would be important. Cool. And I don't know what else to say about that. Spent 6 hours reviewing skeletal cells today, so I had a little warm up before. 6 hours? I feel underprepared. So the perks from 10 AM to 5, so 7 hours. I feel even more underprepared. Well then, I've so far spent 4 hours on the entire generalized cell. I haven't gotten to specialized ones. Well, enzyme. We have running that color ability. Yes, we already had that. Pretty cool. A molecule, ion, or atom that has one or more unpaired electrons. They are generally highly reactive and often only occur as a transient species. I am not doing anything. I start having anxiety attacks. You should look into that. I don't think that's something that should happen on a daily basis. I don't. That doesn't sound healthy, does it? It's not. Peroxisomes. I'm going to the gym after the stream just to keep busy. You should really look into that. I'm just saying. Mentally unhealthy. That is not a good thing, though. That does not sound like a good thing. Listen, I actually don't. I actually don't have anything to say about psychology. To be fair, I haven't even gotten good medicine. But I'm just saying, you should care about yourself. You should. Don't actually listen to some random guy on YouTube also telling you how to think. That's to be fair. Unless I'm telling you how to think in a video, but then then you should watch the video, like and subscribe. Type of organelle found both animal cells and plant cells. Peroxisome is a membrane-bound cell organelle that contains mostly enzymes. Peroxisomes perform important functions including lipid metabolism and chemical detoxification. They also carry out oxidation reactions that break down fatty acids and amino acids. They literally told me to get a gym membership, so I had somewhere to go at 2 AM before trespassing on construction sites. Okay, trespassing on construction sites at 2 AM. That's sick though. That is so much fun. That therapist clearly never trespassed on a construction site at 2 AM. I'm just saying. If they had, then I'm just saying. To be fair, it's definitely, it is really, I love just walking around at night scaring people. Because here's the thing, walking around with a knife is dangerous, that's why I bring a knife. And, since I bring a knife, everyone else thinks that some other sociopaths who walk out at night also bring a knife. And that's what causes the walking around at night to be so dangerous. It's an endless, it's very fun. It's like Hunger Games. To be fair, going to the gym as a kind of therapy thing, that's ought to be worth it. That ought to be great, because this is a, even if it fails, it still works. Even if it doesn't achieve the desirable effect, you still went to the gym. I couldn't relate though. I'm a complete side. I've been sitting on a chair for the past week. Haven't left. I've slept here. I just kind of go into Oh my goodness, I just got such a massive brain freeze. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, right. Peroxisomes. They have enzymes. In contrast to digestive enzymes found in lysosomes, the enzymes in peroxisomes serve to transfer hydrogen atoms from various molecules to oxygen, producing hydrogen peroxide. In this way, peroxisomes neutralize poisons such as alcohol that enter the body. And to appreciate the importance of peroxisomes, it is necessary to understand the concept of reacting oxygen species. So, if you just ingest into your organism in some sort of way, or in some sort of way special enzyme, like peroxisome enzymes, if you were to absorb them into your organism in a way in which a cell could then ingest it then to put it into the peroxisomes, you could just build up a high tolerance to alcohol. It wouldn't hit you as hard. Or other poisons, yeah, I suppose that's what you would care about. Alright, so peroxisomes are responsible for neutralizing poisons. For example, alcohol. For example, alcohol, yeah. One example. That enter the body. They achieve that goal by with enzymes. Reactive oxygen species, rosters, peroxide and free radicals are highly reactive products of many normal cellular processes, including the mitochondrial reaction that produces ATP and oxygen metabolism. Pretty advanced research as far as cells are concerned. You will never need it, I promise you. On one hand, that's true. On the other hand, I would probably never need everything I'm researching. The thing is, as long as it's not annoying to learn, I don't have a problem with that. Yeah, yeah. If this was about the isotonic substances, the fusion, and the rest of the gang of causing me to cry, then yeah, I would ignore that gladly. But I feel like I should mention some of your peroxisomes. They seem good. Poison control. My main goal for why I want to actually learn medicine is because I want to self-diagnose myself, because it would be so much more efficient. Imagine rabbit's heart going crazy. That is me, I am the rabbit, and very impatient. I love self-diagnosing. I mean, self-diagnosing is definitely cool, let's be real. That is certainly a cool thing to do. If there is an if you're qualified. That is an if. For you, Ali, it's not a problem, you are, right? But for the rest, because just looking up stuff online in order to check what diagnosis fits, that's not really being qualified. So if you actually know medicine, that's when it's really cool to self-diagnose. That's the main goal, that's the end goal, that's the end game here. Okay, you say they are advanced, so I will leave ... We'll come back to peroxisomes. We get the basic idea. That's all about this. Mitochondria, the powerhouse of the cell. One of the major features distinguishing mitochondria is the presence of mitochondria. Mitochondria are double-membrane organisms that contain raw substance and DNA. Each membrane is a phospholipid bilayer embedded with proteins. I'm very into my body and know how to research, so I'm actually like approval or denial from the doctor. That is actually so sick. Can you imagine like going to the doctor with like a finished diagnosis? This is what I have. I just need your signature. That's it. I kind of bully doctors to give me what I want. I mean, you can, so. Alright, each member is a phospholipid bilayer and yeah, I already read that. From 1 to several thousand mitochondria. Oh boy, I should, it should be the third sentence, but I'll change it up. Eukaryotic cells may contain anywhere from 1 to several thousand. If I want a biopsy and they don't want to give it to me, I just go, that's okay, I'll list you by name in my death note as to why I'm dead. Damn! Damn, that's quite an argument. They changed it, yeah, I suppose. I suppose that would change their mind. Damn! Just... wow. Is it test for cancer? Yeah, okay, I got that one. Don't worry, I watched House. I am practically a specialist. Biopsy might like the most medicine kind of test. You just take the thing and literally check what it is. I love it. Mitochondria in the membrane is extensive and involves substantial foldings to create crystals that resemble the textured outer surface of alpha proteobacterial matrix in the membrane. Can you just start talking English and not whatever this language is? First, let's just useful terms. Maybe I should note them down. Chemical factors pretty obvious, and phosphate also pretty obvious. Alpha bacteria, that's less obvious. Bacteria, proteobacteria. That tells me nothing. That sentence tells me nothing. That's not helpful. Taxonomic class within the volume proteobacteria, the phototropic proteobacteria. Obviously, that explains everything. Like, clears it right up. Great. Okay. This is a kind of general summary, so let's just go to a more specific summary, which is right here. Mitochondria have their own, usually, second, the unique chromosome that is stable. Okay, first of all, and second, mitochondria have their own. Okay, I'm copying this one though. Circular DNA chromosome. They're stabilized by attachments to the inner membrane. Yesterday, by the way, that's actually kind of a funny story, and definitely not me just stalling. But yeah, I just remember that's a really funny story. Have you seen this meme, Ali? This one on Discord. Because I kind of I did something. Not yet. Well, I mean, I can play it on stream with director's commentary. It's the thing is, I did something I would say very dumb, but at this point it's just very make it. It's just I did a very make it thing yesterday. I did a very make it thing yesterday, where basically, just as an example for a video, which has nothing to do with chemistry, physics, nothing. It's just a normal standard make it think video. As an example, I just lit on fire a very toxic and explosive gas, and my entire recording room right now is covered in these tiny, like, millimeter long particles of pure toxicity. Well, it's not that toxic. It's just a bit toxic. It's the biggest issue is it's the standards. It's a kind of make it special at this point. Every single time I want to burn something or explode something, I use acetylene because it's convenient. It's great. It's highly flammable. Yeah. Okay. Acetylene by itself ain't that bad. It ain't great, but ain't bad either. The problem is the way in which I get acetylene. I don't have clean acetylene laying around because that's actually dangerous. Having just clean acetylene instead of container, because one spark and my entire recording place is just gone. It's just gone. So that's dangerous. Instead, what I do is I use the kind of cheaper, and the safer option, which is I use. Oh my goodness, what's the name of that? I genuinely forgot the name of these rocks. It's a kind of rocks used as a poison for something, which after you add water to them, they release acetylene and a couple of other festive gases. The upside of that being is that I won't blow myself up. The downside being it's a lot more toxic that way. Oh well. It's worth the explosion. It's very. Have you ever like exploded something like that in your hand? The power you feel, the pure power. Can't say that I have. I would really recommend. It's very fun. It is very fun. It's bringing me a lot of joy. Whenever I'm having a bad day, I just blow something up. It's a good catharsis. It is. So the name attached to the membrane carries genes. Yep. Mitochondria also have special ribosomes and transfer RNAs that resemble these components in prokaryotes. These features all support the hypothesis that mitochondria were once free living prokaryotes. That actually something new for me. I had no idea. Mitochondrial function. Mitochondria are often called the powerhouses or energy factories of the cell. The powerhouse of the cell. Responsible for making adenosine wow, I've never heard of that. Adenosine triphosphate. I have never heard of that of that thing. My mental was concerned. Listen, just kind of want to blow something. Everyone likes blowing stuff up. Show me one person who doesn't like blowing stuff up. Like, give me just one person who, if given the choice to just blow something up free of consequences, wouldn't go for it. It's cool. Also, acetylene is a welding gas, which means it's unbelievably hot. Like, ridiculously hot. That's pretty funny. I did an entire segment in the best video on my channel. The single best video on my entire channel. I made an entire segment about acetylene. Make it top 8, number 1. I mean, look at this and tell me that you wouldn't want to blow it up yourself.
We did build a weapon.
Okay, having the father playing in this. I can imagine maybe we'll have gone through with blowing things up. Listen, like there is nothing stopping you from just doing something like this. Alright? I'm just saying, there's absolutely nothing stopping you from that. To be fair, using a metal hammer for this is idiotic. It will get hot really quickly. So this fire is way larger than it looks, alright? You have to understand that, like, this is This is twice the size of my head. It was larger than it looks. And I still haven't... And also, this is around 111, 112 of the container. So I can blow it up even more. For the 200 special... Oh, for the 200 special, I could actually blow it up. No, for the 200 checkup, that doesn't seem right. For the 1,000 subscribers, I could blow it up. That would be... I don't like actually telling people exactly what rocks I'm using. I don't remember the name, so it doesn't matter right now. But normally I don't like saying it online because that could cause people to do it themselves. And it may not seem like it, but I actually put a lot of thought into my videos, and I do think about consequences. Alright? Like, it's not that I just blow things up all of a sudden for no reason, for fun. No, I actually do plan. Might be surprising to learn, but I do. So don't blow random stuff up for no reason. Because that could be dangerous. Just think. Because they're responsible for making energy transfer once again. Wow, it's my first time hearing about this weird ADP thing. Everyone is responsible for themselves. Yeah, but the thing is, it's easier to... How do I say this? Like, the thing is, you are preparing for something only before it happens, and you are regretting it only after it happens. Which causes this interesting situation where basically the you who's planning is not affected by the decision, and the you who isn't planning already did the thing is affected 100%, which really often causes people to be quite irresponsible in these sort of situations. For me, it's easy. I'm already wearing a mask, so. It says main carrying energy molecule ATP represents the short-term stored energy in the cell. Cellular respiration is the process of making... Okay. Triphosphate, yes. Cellular respiration is the process of making ATP using the chemical energy found in glucose and other nutrients. This process uses oxygen, so mitochondria use oxygen and produce carbon dioxide as a waste. In fact, carbon dioxide that you exhale will come from a reaction that produces carbon dioxide as a byproduct. So this breathing of mine is just mitochondria right there, just little boys working hard to keep me running, so that I can post the videos of me blowing stuff up online. It's important to point out that muscle cells have a very high concentration of mitochondria that produce ATP. Your muscle cells need a lot of energy to keep your body moving. Instead of doing enough oxygen, they do not make a lot of ATP. Instead, the small amount of ATP they make in the absence of oxygen is accompanied by production of lactic acid. That's actually fun fact. This is actually no. I have no idea why I'm saying this fun fact, because it's either true or false. And if it's true, Ali already knows about it. If it's false, then Ali is going to just prove me wrong. So this is why like your muscles get tired. It's just lactic acid, not getting oxygen. Yeah, there we go. Yes, I'm pretty certain that's it. Once again, I believe Kurzgesagt made a video. Ali, are you a Kurzgesagt enjoyer? I'm not entirely wrong, not entirely right. Yeah, I am certain that's not the only reason. But okay, not for being tired, I also know that. I just forgot the term. Not the soreness, it's not soreness, it's... Okay, so let's just say something that is true instead of just hoping that it's true. This production of lactic acid affects your muscles. Would enjoy it? Oh boy. Oh boy, let me show you. Because I am a huge enjoyer of Kurzgesagt. Kurzgesagt, I really the physics videos they make are fine, like decently fine, but I really like their biology videos. Okay, the thumbnails look clickbaity, but trust me, I hate clickbait. So even though they are using arrows sometimes, which pisses me off, the videos themselves are just amazing, well researched. You know, just basically an animation of how. This is really good. I recommended before. Yeah, I would really recommend the biology videos. I know you probably know all of this, but they're still really nice watch. Actually, you know what? For you maybe physics videos would be better because like if I prefer biology videos when I know physics, don't know biology, then for you when you know biology, then physics. Yeah, it's just it's very nice. From them, I know how cancer works, actually. Yes, that's the one thing I haven't learned from House, but I have learned from them. From House, I've learned how autoimmune works, how, well, all the rest of the game, fungal, I mean, bacteria, what the boring stuff, but from Kurzgesagt, I've learned about how cancer works. It's important to point out muscle cells have high mitochondria to produce ATP. Your muscle cells need a lot of energy, yes. In addition to the aerobic generations of ATP, mitochondria have several other metabolic functions. One of the functions is to generate classes of iron and surf that are important cofactors for many enzymes. Such functions are often associated with reduced mitochondrion-derived organelles of anaerobic eukaryotes. Yeah, I do believe Kurzgesagt is... It's very surprising. It's one of the best edutainment channels on YouTube. When it comes to physics, well, actually no, when it comes to physics, minute physics, when it comes to biology, modern medicine, Kurzgesagt when it comes to math, Free Blown Brown. The other hypothesis, yeah, one of endosymbiotic ontogenesis, the most accredited theory is, yeah, mitochondria originate prokaryotic cells, capable of implementing oxidation mechanism. Prokaryote may have been engulfed by an eukaryote and became endosymbionts. Living inside the eukaryote, yes. Alright. Cytoskeleton. Oh, we are not done. Only 2 subchapters. Okay, hopeful. Yes. Microtubule. Proteins found in cells. Part of cytoskeleton. It's kind of funny when it comes to these, actually. I have something actually genuinely mildly interesting to show you. Because when it comes to the cytoskeleton, if I go to space, life and time, if I go space, life and time, if I go into resources, if I go into cells, if I go into cell, then that's the thing. Yeah, it's also what's really fun is that I knew about those origins from Kurzgesagt too before. That's why I wasn't surprised to just read it right now. I know I'm going back to Kurzgesagt for no reason. I have no idea why. So microtubules, which is kind of comic. These are microtubules. This right here. That's the model of like accurate to scale microtubules. If this would be a cell, then this would be the size of the microtubule. Here we go. It's very tiny. It is very tiny. And that's the outside, but there's also the inside, the beginning of the microtubule, which is right here, and it's also very tiny. Yeah, I should get a hobby, or at least a better one than this. So, as the name implies, microtubules are small hollow tubes. Microtubules along with microphone. Oh, also on the last live stream, that's why I mentioned by complex life. Well, not complex, but multicellular. That's, well, not multicellular, but you get what I mean. We understand the bone cells with osteroids and osteoids well if you like the microtubules. Like is a strong word. I modeled them. As their name implies, microtubules are small hollow tubes. Microtubules, along with microfilaments and intermediate filaments, come under the class of organelles known as the cytoskeleton. The cytoskeleton is the framework of the cell which forms the structural supporting component. Microtubules are the largest element of the cytoskeleton. The walls of microtubules are made from polymerized dimers of alpha tubulin and beta tubulin, two globular proteins. Grasping options, but I've never modeled it. It doesn't help. Doesn't quite help. The thing is, most of the time, in order to model something well in a ways that will help you understand, you have to understand it first. So it's really cool if you want to make graphic, but not that great for helping as a thing. Looking for graphics, that's a good strategy. Globular proteins with diameter of about 25 nanometers, which is tiny. Microtubules are the widest component of the cytoskeleton. They help the cell resist compression, provide track along with which the screws move through the cell, and pull replicated chromosomes the opposite ends of the binding cell. Like microfilaments, microtubules can dissolve and reform quickly. Alright, so cytoskeleton will have microtubules with a diameter of about 25 plus minus 25 nanometers. That's the first interesting bit about them. Provide a track along which move through the cell. Pull replicates the chromosome the opposite ends of the binding cell. Like microfilaments, microtubules can dissolve and form quickly. Alpha tubulin and beta tubulin, I don't know if I should add this here. For now, in the future maybe. Microtubules are also the structural elements of flagella, cilia, and centrioles that belong to molecular bodies of the centrosome. In animal cells, the centrosome is a endoplasmic reticulum. I'll never forget that name now, as I mentioned a couple of times, it's still in my head. So the microtubule organizing center in eukaryotic cells, flagella and cilia are quite structures from the counterpart of prokaryotes. Intermediate filaments. IFs are cytoskeletal components found in animal cells. They are composed of a family of related proteins sharing common. I love shaming people to become better versions of themselves. That's wholesome, actually. That's very wholesome. But I'm bullying you into being a better person. They are composed of a family of related proteins sharing common structural and sequence features. Intermediate filaments have an average diameter of 10 nanometers, which is between that of 7 nanometer actin microfilaments and that of a 25 nanometer microtubules, although they were initially designed intermediate because their average diameter is between those of a narrower microfilament actin and wider myosin filaments found in muscles. As intermediate filaments contribute to cellular structure elements and are often crucial in holding together tissues like skin. Microtubules, by the way, is so misleading. Nanotubules. Should I note any of this down? I have no idea. It feels so... Well, I mean, I get microtubules. I kind of get that. I kind of get why that would be useful. But... your filaments... Obviously, this entire paragraph is just about their size. Which is offensive, if I do say so myself. As a confident 5'3". Now, when microfilaments are acting, why the filaments intermediate filaments contribute to cellular structural elements. crucial home tissues like skin. Flagella, cilia. Alright, flagella and cilia. Flagella singular are long like structures that extend from plasma membrane that are used to move entire cell. Oh, I remember those. They're like large. Okay, I remember that bit when I was researching. Flagella and cilia. Long hair like hair, not that kind of hair. Hair like. Not that kind of hair either. It's important. Okay, so I will note these structures that extend from the plasma membrane and are used. Okay. When present, the cell has just one flagellum or flagella and cilia are present, however many of them extend along the surface and plasma membrane. Wait, but where's where's cilia then? Cilia are present, however many of them extend along the entire but but what is it? What? They are short hair-like structures used to move entire cells. Are those cilia? Because these are also used to move the entire cell. Along the surface membrane. Short hair like structures? I mean, it would make grammatical sense, right? When cilia, they are short hair-like structures of what I'm guessing, which is great. Yeah, that fact I'm guessing is perfectly substances along the outer surface of the cell. For example, the cilia of cells lining the fallopian tubes open towards the uterus, cilia lining the cell's respiratory tract, nostrils. Oh, okay. Flagella is used to move the cell, but cilia is used to move cells. Or the stuff. So flagella when you move the cell relative to something, and cilia if you move something relative to cell. Methods of movement are different between 2 and 1 I was studying again. At least I think. I have no idea. Both move cells. Well, then I'm off. Methods of movement are different between the 2 and 1 has hollow tubes. So they are both used for movement. One is a tumble-like projection and the other one is corkscrew pattern. Despite differences in length, a number of flagella and cilia share a common structural arrangement of microtubules called the 9+2 array. I remember that. This is an appropriate name because a single flagellum cilium is made of a ring of 9. Once again, that's the cells. Nine plus 2, right there. You can see it correctly, but I'm not zooming in any further because that's. Microtubule is a standard structure component of flagella. Transmission electromyograph to flagella shows that microtubules. So should I? What else should I remember apart from the fact that it's used to move the cell? or substances along the outer surface of the cell. Because this is an instruction in a way which makes it seem as if cilia is used to move something along the surface. I'll just note out that sentence. Used to move entire cells or substances along the outer surface of the cell. And whilst we're waiting for Ali, we exhausted this source, so might as well go on. Microfilaments. If all organelles were removed from a cell, the plasma membrane and cytoplasm would not be the only components left. Within the cytoplasm there would still be ions and organic molecules, plus a network of protein fibers that help maintain the shape of the cell, secure some organelles, specific positions, allowing cytoplasm and vesicles to move within the cell, and enable unicellular organisms to move independently. This network of protein fibers is known as the cytoskeleton. There are 3 types of fibers in the cytoskeleton: microfilaments, intermediate filaments, and microtubules. Of the 3 types of protein fibers in the cytoskeleton, microfilaments are the narrowest. They function in cell movement, have a diameter of about 7 nanometers, and are made out of 2 intertwined strands of globular protein called actin. For this reason, microfilaments are known as actin filaments. There's more cilia than flagella at the body. Got it. And the mosquito. Oh, it's still alive! Okay, there's no more. So, so microfilaments, they kind of hold it together. Track the movement of molecules, I can engage the it also provides some rigidity and shape to the cell. Got that. External cellular components. I'm pretty sure this is the last chapter. Subchapter. Right? It is. Oh boy. Most animal cells release materials into the extracellular space. The primary components of these materials are proteins. Collagen is the most abundant of the proteins. Its fibers are interwoven with carbohydrate-containing protein molecules called proteoglycans. Collectively, these materials are called extracellular matrix. Not only does the extracellular matrix hold the cells together to form a tissue, but it also allows the cells within the tissue to communicate with each other. Okay, so that's important, because this allows the creation of tissues. So, yeah, that is definitely... Okay, so... So first we'll have the extracellular matrix. Based on that, I could have gotten the extracellular fluid, because, you know, now that's the extracellular and the cellular, it doesn't matter. Extracellular matrix. Proteins. Yeah, and then holds the cells together to form a tissue. Allows the cells within the tissue to communicate with each other. Alright. Communication clear. Cells have protein receptors on the extracellular surfaces of the plasma membranes when the molecule within the matrix binds the receptor. It changes the molecular structure of the receptor in turn. So basic receptor work, yeah. Okay, we got that when we were doing the receptors. Intracellular junction. Oh boy, that's longer than I expected. Here. Extracellular matrix allows cellular communication within tissues through conformational changes that induce chemical signals, which ultimately transform activities within the cell. However, cells are also capable of communicating with each other via direct contact through intercellular junctions. There are some differences in ways plant and animal cells communicate directly. More edge cases don't help. Junctions in plant cells. In general, long stretches of the plasma membranes. Okay. Specialized. Can I skip the plant cells? Junctions. We'll have plant cells, which I'm skipping, animal cells. Communication between animal cells can be carried out through 3 different types of junctions. The first, a tight junction, is a watertight seal between 2 adjacent animal cells. So we have plant cells, we have animal cells, and for animal cells we have 3 different cases. Understood. Okay, so from this we have 3. We have the tight junction, then we have the watertight seal, there's only what kinds of junctions are there? Yeah, the tight adherence prevents materials from working between cells. Second type of intrusion, okay, desmosomes. Gap junctions. Alright, now let's expand on each of them. We're back to numbers. Watertight seal between 2 adjacent cells. Prevents materials from leaking between the cells. These junctions are typically found in epithelial tissues. Yeah, so basically a watertight seal. Got it, understood. Then we have the desmosomes, act like spot wells between the adjacent epithelial cells, connecting them. By the way, to lower your excitement, Ali, I don't know if I'll be able to go for tissues today. Yeah, I just, I feel like I should lower the excitement first. But we'll get 2 tissues, which is nice. Join 2 adjacent cells together and maintain the cell's sheet-like formation. Filaments, but what's so special about those? Very strong spot weld between cells. So very strong one. Tissues. The tissue bits. So the actual medicine start finally. Yeah. I'm sorry. Don't worry, next stream we'll get them. And this time it will be genuinely next stream, because we're there. A very strong connection joined together. I spent 3 days on one chapter, so it wouldn't be together. I spent 5, so you know. Yeah. They similar to in plant cells, the gap junctions are the third type of direct junction. Remember when on the first stream I did the entire chapter? I've really slowed down since then. Junctions are channels between edges and cells that allow for the transport of ions, nutrients, and other substances that enable cells to communicate. Structurally, however, gap junctions are plasma differ. Gap junctions develop when a set of 6 proteins connections in the plasma membrane arrange themselves in an elongated donut-like shape configuration called a connexon. Basic name. When the porous donut holes of connexons in is always the most appealing. Yeah, they always like reel you in, only then slap you right back with biochemistry and biology. It really is sadistic. That's what it is. Gap junctions allow for the transport of ions, nutrients, and other substances that enable cells to communicate. Yes! Oh my goodness, that's a really short chapter. That's a really short one. The thing is, yeah, I know all of these sub-chapters, like, you know, they can all have different lengths, but it doesn't matter because one sub-chapter is basically one topic, and because of that, if I understand that topic, then it speeds up as the chapter goes on. So, we could do that entire thing on a single stream. The issue is, though, I won't be sleeping until tomorrow. I know for a fact that I won't be sleeping until tomorrow. I just slept and I have a lot of stuff to do, which means I'll be really tired, which... Well, I'm behind. I'm just really behind. And I'm soon about to lose 200 bucks, so, you know. I'm preparing the 200 special daily uploads, also shorts, because, yeah, and I also really want to make the video. I really want to make the video, which you mentioned, you know, the compilation of each time I basically, on the stream, plug the HTTPS constant make it up to you can go to my charity and get about for yourself. Once again, that HTTPS constant make it up to you can go to my charity DBS Alliance and get by for yourself. Did I mention the HTTPS constant make it up to link in the description or on stream right now up there. There is a text, you can see it. Yeah, so that video probably. I'll be tired, but maybe I'll still be able to do it. I'll try my best. I'll try my best, and that's all that matters. For now, that'll be it. Thank you, so much for watching, and have a great day. Bye.